Hola amores, and welcome back to the channel. And to those who don't know me, I am Maritza, currently a graduate master's student in psychology. And today we are going to talk about on why is the reason that your introverted mind ignores that you are an attractive man. And this is all according to psychology. Let's get into it right now. I will start with a saying in Spanish that goes like this. Siempre recuerda que lo que no nos sirve nos estorba. And that means always remember that what we don't find useful, we should not let it get in the way. So, my loves, today's video could hit close to home for some of you out there, especially if you identify as an introverted man, especially if you've ever felt perhaps like despite all the evidence, the compliments, or even just maybe a gut feeling, your mind, guess what? It just continues to brush up the idea that you might actually be an attractive guy. Yep. It is a common experience, and surprisingly, psychology has some fascinating insights into why this actually happens. So reason number one, it's what? It's the internal focus trap. Introverts are naturally more introspective. We tend to spend a lot of our times maybe by our own heads, analyzing and reflecting and often overthinking. And while this can lead to deep insights, this can also lead to what? To start creating a kind of echo chamber for self-criticism. When an introverted man looks at himself, he's often scrutinizing, finding all his flaws, or mentally comparing himself to an internalized idea, rather than objectively assessing how he might be perceived by other people out there. Psychologically, this ties into what is called the spotlight effect, where we tend to overestimate how much other people are noticing our appearances, our flaws, our behaviors, okay? For introverts, this spotlight can feel even a lot more intense, especially internally, making it a lot harder to appreciate any positive external perceptions. Reason number two, my loves, is this. Introverts are often Are often highly analytical men. And the big issue with this is that introvert men might always question the motives behind all the compliments. Are they just saying that to be nice? Maybe overly analyzing the sincerity of everything, or even intellectualizing it in every single way. No, they're probably just complimenting, just my shirt, it can't be me. And the problem with this is that this cognitive processing can prevent the positive message from truly sinking in and impacting their own self-perception of attractiveness. Next, my loves, reason number three. Many introverts, not all, but many do carry something called social anxiety and self-minimization. While not all introverts, again, have social anxiety, there is a higher correlation with introverts and often comes with a strong desire to what? To blend in, to avoid attention, to minimize one's presence, okay? If you are constantly trying to be less noticeable, acknowledging your own attractiveness can feel counterintuitive or even threatening to your own coping mechanism. Furthermore, I want to share that introverts often value depth and substance a lot more over superficiality. So what happens? They might subconsciously believe that focusing on physical attractiveness is just so shallow, or that something like that will just distract their intellectual or their emotional qualities. And this can often lead to what? To a conscious or an unconscious suppression of thoughts about their own appeal. And this ties into the self-verification theory, which suggests that people prefer to be seen by others as they see themselves. If an introverted man has an ingrained self-concept of being unattractive or maybe invisible, he might unconsciously seek out to interpret this information that confirms that same belief, even if it means dismissing compliments or dismissing all signs of other people's interest. And last, my friends, reason number four is about how introverts do have a different social cue and communication style. For example, extroverts often communicate a lot more openly and a lot more direct. For example, an extroverted admirer might be very clear of their interest. Introvert admirers, on the other hand, often communicate a lot more subtly, all right? Maybe through body language or through prolonged eye glances like this, or just little things, not big things, all indirect compliments. So an introverted man might be receiving all these subtle cues of attraction but completely misses them because he is not looking for overt signals, or his own subtle communication style makes him less attuned to others. Introverts are also less likely to what? To test the waters with flirtatious behaviors, which can limit direct feedback on their attractiveness. Introverts might assume a lack of explicit signals from others just means a lack of interest, rather than simply a different form of communication style. And this ties to something called the attribution theory, where we explain people's behaviors. An introverted man might attribute a friendly gesture to politeness rather than attraction, even if the intent is clear to an outside observer. So, my loves, if you are an introverted man who resonates with this, what can you do? Well, one, please begin to practice mindful self-observations. Instead of immediately criticizing, try to observe yourself as maybe an outsider might observe you. All right? Like, for example, what are your positive features? Think of those. Other people will think of them too. Number two, start reframing the compliments. When you get one, try to simply say, oh, thank you. That's very kind of you. Thank you. That's it. Don't let it begin to overanalyze. Just let it sit in. Don't super analyze everything. All right? Don't see everything as an external data point. Number three, challenge your assumptions. If you automatically assume someone's just being nice, consciously consider the alternative. Maybe they genuinely find me attractive. Maybe they genuinely like me. And number four, understand your communication style. Recognize that not everyone expresses interest in the same exact way. So be open to subtle cues. Anyways, my loves, your introversion, believe it or not, it is a strength and it's not a weakness. Because this allows for what? For depth, for empathy, and for profound communications. And understanding these psychological tendencies is not about changing who you are, but about adjusting your perception so you can truly begin to appreciate the attractive, capable men that you are, and I know you are. And with this, we have reached the end of today's video, but I invite all of you to connect with me through Instagram. Go ahead and check out my other music relaxing channel here on YouTube, and go and see the channel's membership just in case you may find it useful. Once again, I am Maritza, and know that I will try my best to continue always keep bringing you ways on how to create a better bond with yourself and a more meaningful relationship with all those around you. Mwah. Till next time. Ciao, ciao, my loves. Ciao, ciao, my amores.